watching Barry Switzer here on the pregame show right now. Criticized during the year, myself included, the 4th and 1, just some of his post-game interviews not the most, inspiring as a coach. I mean, a couple before the playoffs began, there was a guy who quoted in one of the papers, saying, first of all, he had Detroit beating Philadelphia in the wild card game. How many drugs was that guy on? And then he had Detroit beating Dallas in the divisional playoffs, saying Wayne Fontes will outcoach Barry Switzer. How much of really, coaching's important, but is that what's going to win the game? I mean, because Barry Switzer do something seriously enough that could cost the Cowboys today.
In a game of this, your playmakers make the plays, and the Cowboys got tremendous playmakers: Michael, Emmett, Troy, Dion. In a game like this, you just say, go out there and do your thing. That's what Jimmy said too. You can only do a certain amount of coaching to a certain point. They know what to do. Just go out there and make plays. Give them the opportunity to just make plays.
That's what I hope for. I mean, the nerves are starting to set in a little because being a Cowboy fan, the whole year I've been riding in on this thing, and people say, what if Cowboys weren't in the Super Bowl? What if this happened? We got Anthony coming in here. What? Come on down here.
I have to admit, sometimes when you have such a great team, you have to depend on the coach just to not let them coach. I mean, not to coach, just let the team ride on its own exactly. Sometimes the best coaching is not coaching at all.
Right, thank you. And Anthony's had way too much to drink right now. He's a San Francisco 49ers fan. It's killing him. He's not here right now. And that was some 49er tribute we had just a few minutes ago. But I don't know. Guys, there's so many sports fans out there, so many, who take it, to a certain level. Whether it's football, baseball, basketball. When your team is in, and football especially, because this is one game. This is it. It's going to happen today or it's not. It's not best of 7, best of 5, or anything. This is it. A lot of people here, they're for the party atmosphere and stuff, but for me right now, the Cowboys got to win the Super Bowl.
It's the emotional spectrum. One day you're going to have a winner, you're going to have a loser. The joy, the sadness. It hurts, but that's the beauty. It's a microcosm of life in general.
It's the beauty of sports, and as being a big fan, I am very superstitious when it comes to these things. I'm thinking about, what if the Cowboys lose today? How am I going to react? It depends. It goes on how when they lose, the plays that happen. There's so many things that you think about, but you got to keep at a minimum. Because it's just unbelievable. And all you guys maybe you're Knicks fans or something, whenever they play the Bulls, you get that sick feeling because the Bulls are going to beat them for the most part. It's true. Come on. The Michael retired, and you still needed 7 games to beat him that one year. But what do you think? You as a Redskin fan, you were here 4 years ago. What do you think? The Redskins came as the big favorites. The Buffalo Bills, AFC helpless.
What was scared like anything because I thought the Bills would come with that revenge factor, And as good as the Redskins were that year, I thought the Bills, you look at Destiny, we go, maybe the second time's a charm. They went through the ropes, and you have to worry. I think if you came in too confident, that's a little scary.
See, that's the thing. See, the Pittsburgh Steelers, even though they're an AFC team, the AFC's been completely feudal the last 11 years. They're still the Steelers. They're the team by which, AFC, pride is based on. They've won the 4 Super Bowls for the AFC, and all of that. They've beaten Dallas twice in the Super Bowl. So just the matchup, Pittsburgh-Dallas. Forget about the players for a second. The matchup, Pittsburgh and Dallas, has gone in Pittsburgh's favor. Can Dallas reverse the trend? No team's won 3 Super Bowls in a 4-year span. Can that happen? And there's just things you got to think about. Because, what do you think?
I agree with you 100%. But, I think Pittsburgh going into this, I like their attitude. They're very loose, and they don't feel like they have the burden of carrying the AFC. They're just saying, hey, we're the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're in this for Pittsburgh, period. And anything else you want to add to that, it's your job. I like that attitude.
Getting back to the game itself and being a fan, we've both been on that end of the spectrum. Super Bowl 27, the Cowboys rolled. It was a romp all the way through for the most part, except for early on. 2 years ago, they go down 13-6 at halftime. So the people who were there a couple years ago remember, it was a sick feeling 2 years ago. It's like, my God, they're going to lose the Super Bowl. Your Redskins didn't play well in the first quarter, had some things go wrong for them against the Bills, and of course the Broncos had them up 10-0 before the 35-point blowout. How do you adjust to the game as a fan?
It's tough. You just got to say, hey, wait a minute. We still got 3 quarters. I know you want to press the panic button because it's one game, but you know what? You're good enough to get to this point. You've done what it takes. There's no reason why you can't be successful. Speaking of how big the Super Bowl is, I remember Super Bowl 17, a big game. We won. The next year, Super Bowl 18, I thought we had a better team than the previous year. And then we lost to the Raiders, and that didn't hit me. And until the next year, 84, when we lost the divisional game to the Bears, and I started realizing, you don't get many shots like this. It starts to dissipate.
Exactly. See, that's the fear I have as a Cowboy fan. I'm thinking, I've not seen them lose a Super Bowl yet, and someday it might happen, I can't say how I'm going to react, how it's going to affect me, if I'm going to go to class tomorrow. I don't know, should the Cowboys lose. But, I mean, while it crosses your mind, I can't really think about that now because the Cowboys do have the best team. I mean, they're on the roll, and I think they will win the game.
You know what I think they should do? If your team loses a Super Bowl, you should have an absent. You're entitled to an absent saying you can't come to school because your team lost. I think because you don't function there. How are you supposed to function?
I don't know, and see, that's the fear I have because I've not experienced that yet. I've seen the Cowboys. I've seen them, been terrible. I've seen them rise up and win the Super Bowl. I've not seen them lose a Super Bowl yet, and I don't know what to expect should that happen today. I don't expect it. I don't think it's going to happen, and I'm not going to really try and think about it. But, if something goes wrong today, it's going to start creeping in. It had me nervous 2 years ago. Yeah. But the thing about 2 years ago, and, a lot of people were going nuts in here because they're all rooting for the Buffalo Bills. The Bills had the 10-6 lead. Aikman threw the interception near the end of the half.
Yeah, they held them to a field goal, which is big.
That was the key was the Bills drove right down the field, and I'm thinking, everyone's going nuts. The Bills are, they're driving down the field. They're going to put the Cowboys away. But the thing I was thinking was hold them to a field goal. Yeah, go in the locker room at 7, because if they go up 17-6, they had the Bills 2 years ago had the chance to put the Cowboys away. They didn't do it. They ended up kicking a field goal, and then we all know what happened after that.
And that's true. If you get the Cowboys behind, part of the reason why they might be as effective is it takes away the running game. You looked at last year, the NFC Championship game. Emmitt still had 100 yards, but they were behind. They had to go so many attempts. Did Aikman have the record, I think, for the most attempts there?
I think. I'm not sure about that. But
from their game plan, they become one-dimensional, and that's the key. If the Cowboys get the running and pass game, it's over, no doubt.
That's the thing. If the Cowboys can go out, can take the opening kick, get on that first drive, go down and score a touchdown, I'm going to be feeling real good because they're up to the game. I wasn't, a lot of people say, Conte, you must have been really, getting really nervous against the Green Bay game. I really wasn't, even though the Packers led at 2 different points in the game because their offense was playing so well. And you can tell eventually they're going to wear down the Packers and beat this team, and Green Bay's not going to be able to keep up. They're going to make one mistake, and that was going to kill them, and that was Favre's interception with Larry Brown. So if the Cowboys can stay up top, if they're going to win this game with offense, all the best defense sometimes a good offense. And if they keep putting it, they keep driving, they win out of Steelers, they keep putting the points on the board, the Steelers will not be able to keep up no matter how emotionally charged or how well they play.
The key to this game could be the third and fourth quarters, how strong the Steelers are physically. I know Kevin Green, he's an amazing player, never gives up. But, they outweigh 60 pounds per man on the line. That's a huge advantage. You times that by 3-4 quarters, that takes a toll.
Yeah, how effective do you think the Steelers with a great defense, Lloyd and Green, how effective are they going to be against the best offensive line in football?
Well, they got to use their quickness and speed. Like that saying goes, speed kills. They got to utilize that because they cannot match power with the linemen. They're just too strong, too powerful. So they got to be smart.
Right. More people are filing in here. There's some crowd happening now. A little bit over there. Can we get into Steve Lefko's room for a little bit there? And there you can see everyone's kind of milling around. I think there's some boxes are happening, right? We got boxes going on in there? All right, yeah, some bad numbers. I would want to get 7s and 4s, although with the 2-point conversion, anything can happen at this point. And then we got some people out here, switching over to the living room. Some people are going, not that many people. A lot of them are getting concentrating on the boxes right now. There's Beth, our little Steelers fan down there. Get a shot down at Beth there. Beth's the one Steeler fan in the house today, and I'm not gonna get in her face too much, because she's from Pittsburgh, as a matter of fact, and it's good to have. She's actually been all for the Super. This is Stan's Super Bowl Party 4. She's been all for, proud veteran of all four. She's been here. She knows what it's like. Fans get it. This is the one event really where the fan gets into the game. I mean, it's just, what do you think? I get up this morning. Did I brush my teeth right? How's my hat? People are asking me about the Steeler helmet. Up on my hat, you say, hey, where's the Steeler logo? And I'm trying to explain to people is that with Dallas being the road team, Dallas at Pittsburgh. If I switched it around, it would suggest the otherwise, and then everything would be out of whack. And I can't have that because I am that superstitious.
Yeah, I agree. Another thing, just to talk about Beth there, she knows Paul Reiser.
Did you really? Paul Reiser will be speaking at graduation, I think, in May. Is that correct? Well, you're not graduating.
No, but I think I heard that.
This is it for me. I'm peacing out in May, this is it. It's been built up, the Super Bowl parties that I've had, and this is really the culmination of it. I don't know what the hell I'll be doing next year.
This should be the highlight, right? This
is really the pinnacle right here. It's going to happen today or it's not, and as a fan, I got the fingers crossed, damn it, because I'm starting to lose my voice already, and we haven't even gotten to the kickoff yet.
It's a little vandalized. We got some Giant fans, I think.
Hey, you relax over there, huh? Oh my God, this is just crazy. It's just crazy over there.
We as fans are nervous. You can only imagine what the players are going through, you know? And it's weird. I hate to say it, I want to word this right, but we're kind of living our dreams in some ways through the Cowboys or the Steelers, whoever they may, you know? And in our life, we always want that one shining moment, you know? We might not get many moments, but we want that one shining moment, like a Doug Williams at Super Bowl 22. And who knows? The story hasn't even been written on the Super Bowl yet.
That's exactly, because going into Super Bowl 22, the Broncos were the hot team. John Elway, I mean, everyone said, expect Elway to have the big games, and Doug Williams out of nowhere destroyed them.
You know, and that game was interesting because they were down 10-0. That's why I think coaching did come in, because Doug calmed them down, said, hey, wait a minute, fellas, we can still win this, right? And showed poise, and that's how they were able to come back. So sometimes a great coach, when you have a great coach, you utilize everything he knows.
Cannot handle this. Nah, I'm all right. I'm starting to sweat a little bit.
Palm sweating?
I don't know. I mean, this is what you want. This is what you were or you want to be. If you're a Cowboy fan today, getting back, I see primetime on the field now with Cordell Stewart. Oh, that's a great shot right there.
NFL's got big-time players, and they're on showcase right here. They're just tremendous here.
And we're having a showcase right here now as we take a look around the apartment, and we get some shots of the crowd going here. There's some boxes happening right now. And we go back and forth over there. There's some people, don't even know they're on camera right now. And, oh, man, this is just one crazy event, and it's going to get crazier once the game starts. I mean, I'm looking at my watch. It's 5:45 right now. Whoa, I'm heading down on a chair there. We didn't get that. I'm slipping off the camera. I got to be careful once the game starts. I don't know. What do you think? I mean...
You know, it's weird. Last night I was thinking, I wanted to be competitive and close. I'm trying to think of both scenarios.
This is really interesting because you're a Redskin fan, but you're a football fan also because your team's not in this game, but you have such a vested interest, such a passion, if you will, to be here and experience the Super Bowl.
It's just something about it. It's the players. There's compelling stories on both sides. There's something about. I mean, if your team's not in, that's no excuse not to watch it. It's just the love of a game and just watching two teams go at it. And I was trying to look at both scenarios: how Steelers win, how Dallas wins, how everybody react, the emotion. You saw Super Bowl 28 when the Cowboys won, Emmett running through Jimmy's hair and all that. You wonder what the Steelers might do with Cowher, or how Barry Switzer might be treated, And, one thing, everyone's talking about Aikman, how he hated Switzer and that. Well, Aikman did a class thing. He gave him the game ball, his game ball, and that was sort of like...
That's really the thing. I mean, I got on Barry, and rightfully so. I mean, he really didn't make all those smart decisions during the season. But as a Cowboy fan, I mean, I have to be proud of the fact that the whole team, I mean... Yeah, you had to wonder. You hear so many things in the media about, the players want Barry out. Troy, he's not having fun anymore. He doesn't care. He wants, they basically you hear like the players are so against Barry, and then they hear the post game. I mean, Michael Irvin gave the greatest post game interview I think I've ever seen in my life.
You had the kids on that.
Give Barry his due, and then he just walked off the stage, and I think that really was a statement for the team because they really have rallied around Barry Switzer.
I think the media's been a little rough on Switzer. I know he's not coaching America's team, and he should expect the things that come with it. But nonetheless, the guys won. The bottom line, the guys won.